Dolphins thirsty, they never show no mercy. On the field or in the game, Miami knows how to play. Dolphins thirsty, we all get down and dirty. Tell you what you wanna know, it's the Dolphins Show. Quench your thirst for all things Miami Dolphins. They are the football kings, cause they play to win. Come on in and have some fun, whether we have lost or we have won. For all things Miami, it's Dolphins Thursday.
Hello, Miami Dolphin fans. Little throwback Thursday action here. Me rocking my AJ Dewey jersey. All is well in Dolphin land as we're getting ready to take on the New York Jets this Sunday at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. I will be there along with my two sons. So, looking for better karma, better vibe than what happened this past Monday night. Monday nights in the past. Let's talk about this week's game. The Jets and the Dolphins, division rivals, my least favorite team of all the teams in the AFC East, if I have to do say so myself. And that's just from things that happened many years ago is why they're my least favorite. I don't like the Bills and I don't like the Patriots, obviously, but the Jets are always ranked number one in my dislike list. So that's where I fall in my fandom. So as you probably saw yesterday, the Miami Dolphins made some moves, and let's see, I'll bring them up here on the screen for you and for you to see. The Dolphins yesterday signed Jonathan Harrison. He's listed as an offensive lineman there. It's going to be the center. He's on the active roster. Connor Williams, as you all know, was placed on injured reserve and is done for the season. And they also signed Matt Sakura, who's been on the Dolphins in the past and did not make the team. He's been signed to the practice squad. So that's what you have from Miami Dolphins moves that are the most recent moves by our Miami Dolphins. So we have signed Harrison and Sakura and placed Connor Williams on the inactive list. So that's where we stand on those moves. Obviously, at this time of year, there's not going to be any big names out there to go get. You got to make do, and we're making do. Eichenberg's probably going to start at center, and then we will see from there. Hey, good morning, Dolphin Don, Michelle Walters, Aquavision. Big thumbs up to you guys. Thank you for joining me on this Thursday morning as our Miami Dolphins get ready to take on those stinking New York Jets here in our backyard of South Florida. Though I say the Jets are bad, their defense is the fifth overall defense in the NFL, and they're number two against the pass. And rushing defense, though, that's where we should be able to get them. They are 28th against the rush. 28th against the rush. That's where we got to lead our way to victory. Let's run that ball. Boom, and keep it going. We got to keep it balanced. We got weapons. Tyreek Hill and Waddle put up big numbers against them in the first game up there. But consistency to the running game, especially down in the red zone, is going to be vital to punch that ball in. This is a big test for the Dolphins this week. They're coming off their first loss against a team they should have beat. They got to get back. This is going to see where the Dolphins stand. If they fold, then we kind of know we're going to have another dismal December here in South Florida. If we come back strong, get momentum heading into the Cowboys game the following week, there is hope in South Florida again, and it could be a December to remember on the positive side of things instead of remembering collapses. So we do have that chance. Going to have to pound the ball against the New York Jets. Their offense should not, yes, Zach Wilson, we did not play him in the first game. We got Boyle, who's not even on the roster anymore. We got Zach Wilson this week coming in. He's no superstar. They're touting him up a little bit because of his second half comeback against the Texans. Not comeback, but big second half against the Texans last week. So we will see that. And let's see. Hey, Michael K. Fins up to you. Yes, fins up to a Bills fan. And we an aqua visit. I got all of you guys already. So good start to the Thursday morning as we move forward. So yes, those signings, they're not earth-shattering moves. They're not game changers. When you use the top ranked center in all of football, it's a big blow to your team. But this is the no excuse season for the Miami Dolphins. This is a team they've built. They got to overcome their injuries and go out there, still get W's. And I see that coming. I see the W's coming in later here. Hey, all you guys, man. Hey, Adam, big fins up to you, Adam. And Adam, I was just saying how the Dolphins added a couple of centers to the roster, one to the practice squad and one to the active roster. If you're just joining us, that's what we're talking about. And we're also talking about the Jets, the opponent this week visiting South Florida. Their strong suit is defense, and we need to get our offense rolling again after the dismal performance on Monday night. So we just have to put that behind us, show that this Dolphin team has heart, that they got spirit, that they can overcome turmoil in the season and being knocked in the face on national TV, get back to business, start winning football games. And that's what our Dolphins need to do. And it has to start this Sunday against the stinking New York Jets. So I'm up for it. Let's see. Yes, he did. He was one of the top ranked centers. Yes, he was, Michael K. So he was having a very good season. Couple bad snaps here and there, but he was having a very good season this year for the Miami Dolphins. No ifs and buts about it. High school, I must have missed myself. Let's see. Let's see. I specifically heard you say whatever. He may be top one of the top whatever. He's playing very well this year, man. He's having a good year, and I like his performance. Hey, Diggin, here's something to cheer you up. Diggin is a man that hooked me up with my AJ Dewey shirt that I'm rocking for Throwback Thursday. Thank you, Justin. I meant to text you that I was going to be rocking the AJ Dewey this morning, and big kudos to you. I don't know, Michael K. We could have Dwight Stevenson in his prime playing for the Dolphins again, and you would say he's not any good. That's how you roll, Michael K. I get that. I get that. Yes, please, guys. Justin, thank you for the reminder. Guys, nail those thumbs up buttons, and it will be awesome. uh, Yes, it is, man. I love that AJ Dewey, and it's the perfect week to wear it because his most known game in history was against the New York Jets back in that 1982 championship game with his 3 interceptions when he became Richard Todd's favorite receiver for the day, including he had a pick six in the Orange Bowl. So it is awesome. But anyway, so yes, the keys to beating the Jets, pound the football. Their defense ranks I just went over. I'm going to go over them again. Overall defense, the Jets come in at number 5 overall total defense. Passing defense, they're number 2 against the pass in all the NFL. Though Dolphins did have some success up there, but it's not the key to beating them. Here, now we get to the rushing defense. I know I covered it, but I just got new people in the room. And here we go all the way down to 28. The Jets come in at 28, allowing 131 yards, basically 132, 131.5. So if you round up, they're allowing 132 yards a game. Scoring defense, the Jets come in at 9. So they're a top 10 defense on. Oh, actually, they come in at eight. They come in at eight. They are top 10 defense in. They're allowing 19.8 points per game. Their red zone defense is fifth best. Third down defense. Let's see where they're third down. Their third down defense is just middle of the pack. They fall in at 17. So there are ways you can have some success on third down against them, and you can run the football against them, which I know would make Justin happy if they run the football more. Yes, I agree on this. Don't worry about celebrating and your premeditated celebrations. A spike of the ball, a high five is suffice. Get off the field and just win some football games. And I'm not saying this having no fun league, but it should be celebrated when you're really kicking butt and you're winning big games. Let's get to that status first. Let's do that. Let's show that we belong, and then you can do all the fun celebrations and all that. I'm with you on that. I'm not one of those guys that say, "Oh, they shouldn't have celebrations in football, or there shouldn't be bat flips in baseball." If you earn it, have fun, but do it when you're actually winning and playing well and having a good game. So that's what I'm looking at it. No, I'm with you, man. They got to run the ball. I mean, they this week they got to run the ball. And last week there was actually pretty even between run and pass attempts. But for whatever reason, in the red zone, that disparity changes to the pass a lot. Then at the end of the game, when we finally got those two touchdowns, it was because we ran the ball in the freaking red zone and we actually got touchdowns. Imagine that, Mike McDaniel. Imagine that. Pound the rock down there. I mean, obviously, Moser is breaking touchdown records, and when he gets the chance, he gets the ball. So you think this man has a nose for the football, a nose for the end zone? He does. Give him the ball down there, man. Then on third down, if it doesn't get in on 1st and 2, then maybe you can decide whatever you want to do. Of course, Justin would say, no way, run all three downs and cram it down their throat. But at least the first two, pound it down there, and then, maybe a little play action or something, hit a guy open, actually throw it to a tight end in the end zone or something, something different for a change than looking for the same guys over and over. So let's change some things up. Get some big body people in there if you're going to toss the football. Get a Claypool in there. Target Cedric Wilson a couple more times and get those guys that can leap and jump at least and give you a chance to high point a ball. That's what I look at. This is on McDaniels. Is also saying there's, I thought, was a former run game coordinator. Well, let's go draw them up. Yes, I'm with you on that front for sure, guys. I am with you, man. And we got to pass because we got great weapons out there. But if you run it, it makes those weapons that much better because then they're not going to cheat up and be able to do their things because they're going to also have to keep in the back of their mind that Mosert's going to break one or Achan's going to break one. I know Achan's going to be dealing with a toe issue. Hopefully, it doesn't cause him to miss the game. We will see on that front, but keep pounding the rock and we will be okay. It just opens up everything. It's this old school football. It's not it's basically football 101. It's nothing earth shatteringly that Justin's talking about here. Just get back to the basics and worrying about keeping the ball for our team, pounding the ball, and get their defense tired since that is the strength of their team. Get that defense tired. They're not that great against the run. So this is a perfect week, perfect recipe to bring our running game back into the fold and kick the Jets all around South Florida this Sunday at 1 o'clock p.m. Yep. It's more to run versus pass. Especially, I agree, Justin, especially this week against the Jets. As vaunted as their defense is and praise for their defense is, they're still not that strong against the run. So this is the week to go get after it more than ever. Guys, I was going to say, other than Michael K, other than Michael K, everyone in this room, we know as Dolphin fans, that we've seen the December collapses before. Got to get that out. The Dolphins have to get that out of their mind. They shouldn't even be worrying about it. Like when Mike McDaniel spoke to the team, he said, "Hey, last year we were 8-3. Now we got to 9-3." You shouldn't even know that. You should just say, "Screw it," because then you're already putting in here. Oh, we're 9-3. We've already improved. Or no, you haven't improved until you win a freaking playoff game. Let's just go out there, kick butt, and go. You haven't accomplished anything yet, Dolphins. You haven't. You've made some fans I'm happy. I've been happy. It's been a fun show to watch for the most part. Always with Rock the Aqua and Orange. I did at 1-15, so I'm not leaving. But let's just kind of worry about winning some football games here. Good morning, G Man. What's your important announcement, G Man? And it was a pleasure having you actually come into the video chat, by the way, G Man, the other day. I appreciate it. Uh, hey, be nice, Michael K. Be nice, man. You keep it nice to my Dolphin fans. Keep it nice. A little humor's okay, but let's keep it nice, man. G-Man is cool. Nah, don't say that, G-Man. Don't say that. You can't be done. You can be mad. You can be pissed going into another off season, basically, at that point. But don't give up on the man. At this point, eventually, hey, in some lifetime, they're going to have to win eventually, guys. So don't give up on them, G-Man. Just keep on going. Oh, man. Yeah. Let's see. Remember that last drive versus Commanders? Well, yes, yes, and yes, 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 and yes, digging in the trenches. That's what you want to see throughout the game. Run that darn ball and keep control of the ball. And that's going to help your quarterback. It's going to help your receivers. It's going to help everyone because the defense isn't going to be able to cheat. There's no cheat code if you pound the football on them and they start getting tired and start sucking wind because you're pounding the football on them. Then everything opens up because then they're like, oh, dang, and then there's, oh my God, there's a play action fake and Tyreek kills 10 yards behind me already. I'm screwed. That helps all of that stuff out. And let's have more better, what should I say? Spread the ball around more, to put it easily. Spread the ball around more when you do toss the rock. Don't worry about someone getting 2,000 yards for a season. It's not important in the big picture. What's important is winning football games at this point. And now with Tyreek Hill a little banged up in this last game, he's probably not going to get to those big numbers because now he's really off pace. He could step it up and have a game like he does sometimes and have a 200-yard game and be right back on pace. But really, at the end of the day, what are we going to do? Are we going to pop a champagne bottle to say, well, we watched the team have a receiver get 2,000 yards and nothing? Believe me, it doesn't really mean that much. It's fun while you watch it, but I think we all want victories. We want banners, not records. What are you going to do? Hang a banner saying we had a receiver that broke records? No, because we could have done that back in 1984. They wrote every record in the book, but we didn't get a Super Bowl win at the end of the day. With focused on winning. This is a team that you built, Chris Greer, and the heat's on you, Chris Greer. I don't care about excuses. Oh, well, but we're playing with our seventh string, basically. As much people are saying, how can you blame him? And yes, that is true that we've been dismantled on the injury front. But where you can throw a little bit shade at Chris Greer is fairly. You sign Armstead knowing your bookend tackle. You want to be one of the most consistent guys. You signed him knowing that he's an injury-prone player. So some of that falls on Mr. Chris Greer. And I'm going to give him his flowers if we win a playoff game, believe me. But to me, I'm just a little surprised that sometime Chris Greer escapes because they're all like, oh, we went and got Tyreek. Believe me, I could do that trade sitting there. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, I would take Tyreek. Go out and draft these guys. Draft the guys that build your team all around. That's how I look at it. No, yeah, no, you're right, man. Justin, you are 100% right. I don't know, G, man. I do not know where that day comes, we will see, G-Man, we will see. Because, he built some decent parts of the team, others not so much. But sometimes it's just time for a change if this season doesn't go well. But we will see on that. Let's see. I don't know, Chris, but if you give me the roster Finns have, we win all because I put my ego in check. Well, I don't know about that, Justin, but I love your confidence. Let's see. Because I don't know, I haven't seen anyone win with the Dolphins team for decades. But so I don't know if other than Don Shula coming back to life in coaching, I don't know what I could possibly get to be confident at this point as a Dolphin fan. But I am confident that they will go in and beat the New York Jets this week with all the dismal performance off our mind. I say they go beat the New York Jets. And then that can open up some winning because then it is time to prove it against the three tough teams we have remaining on the schedule to close out the season. So you go out there, you handle business, and boom, that's what you're going to. This is a team that they said was built for this year. This is a team that they put out there. This was their best product they were going to put out there. So it is time for them to go. And I know a lot of us has a recency bias because that stinker on Monday night, we're all down about it, and that's why I'm still a little down about it. I'm just trying to put it in the past, get focused on the Jets, have those Dolphins be focused on the Jets. Less worried about those celebrations, less worried about looking up at cameras and pointing to the camera, less worried about, how what's the word that young people use? Oh, drip. That he has drip. Our coach. Oh, he's drip or whatever. Sorry, I'm probably butchering the slang because cool in my day. Oh, he looks cool or whatever. Or whatever. He's in trendy or whatever. But whatever. I don't care. You get the just go out there and coach, man. Doesn't matter. He is a good guy. I do believe he's a coach of our team for the future. I like Mike McDaniel, but sometimes you worry too much about the show instead of just go. And I don't like that aspect. I just want to have them go. Winning brings, hey, they can dance all off season if we win. I don't care. And they can even dance next all year and have a sucky year. If they win this year, at least they did something. Oh, man. This is all McDaniel teams act like the leader. What's their hopefully they woke up this week, Justin. They had an all players only meeting. Hopefully some of them took accountability. Hopefully Chubb stood up and said, I screwed up, guys. I can't be throwing my helmet. You're going to miss a tackle. He missed a tackle. Levis is no little weak quarterback. He's going to not go down real easy. He stayed up. That happens in football. He ran down there, helped at least get him down short of the first down marker. Then he slams his helmet because he didn't get the sack stat. Come on, Chubb, you're better than that, man. That doesn't help the club, man. Come on. Come on, man. Guys, you can't be stupid. You can't be everyone that's ever played Pee Wee sports, at least, even if they never got past that level. No, you can't in baseball, can't throw your bat if you're mad or throw your helmet down in football or baseball when kids get that it's not they teach you from day one, and he just lost his cool, and that was just it's not cool for the Dolphins because if they only get a field goal there, that's a 4-point difference right there. Then they need even more points at the end of the game. So it's just stupid things like that, man. You can't have that on your team when you're pushing for the playoffs, especially on a night that you were already struggling in that game. If we were beating them like 50-0, no one's even talking about, oh, okay, Chubb cost us a few points there. No one would care. But when you're struggling and you're just getting by and then you throw your helmet down like a little mad teenager, it's just stupid, man. Just stupid. Yeah. All right. I will drop a link. I will drop a link. And like I said, guys, always this goes, and I'm not just picking on you, Michael K. All you guys, keep it nice, no personal stuff. if you guys come in the room and you want to talk Miami Dolphins football. That's all I say. Justin, I've dropped the link, but that's for anyone. G Man, you want to join again? That is perfectly well. I'm loving it. It's all great. And it's time to go. I'm waiting for Justin to come in here. Hey, Master Sergeant in the house. Big fins up to you and always a thank you for your service. No team volunteer for Hard Knocks. Yeah, no, it's true. It was forced. That is 100% correct. Okay? From what everyone has been saying, that the team did not have a say. Mike McDaniel said it came from outside the organization. Who knows if Ross had any say in it, but it was forced upon the team and they got to deal with it. That I understand, Master Sergeant. You are right. And Justin, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on the show this morning. Yeah, I definitely wasn't on board with the Hard Knocks thing. In fact, I think that's when most of the drama started for our team. Like, it being brought in from outside sources is just ridiculous. If I was a coach or anything above that, I'd be like, "Oh, this is going to mess us all up. It's going to throw a monkey wrench into our operation. It's not good." But that being said, like, I'm still seeing like a little bit of growth from Mike at times. Like, where he'll be like, "Hey, let me get out of my own way here and call some runs, and we're doing good, and let me feed off the hot player, which is Raheem Mostert." He just doesn't do it enough. Like, you got to line up sometimes and stop trying to trick everybody with all this motion. Like, I seen a couple plays last week where they didn't even use motion. They just lined up and ran it and gained like 7 yards. I'm like, there you go, there you go. Like,
Yeah,
every now and then you just got to do that. You can't just think you're going to fool everybody with these smoking mirrors. It's only going to work in certain situations. I'm
right.
not saying let's
Yeah, and that
abandon the
helps more.
pass.
No, you're right, Justin, because it helps a lot more. And if you run the ball, then all that really works because they're like, oh crap, are they going to run it or are they going to throw it over our
Exactly.
heads?
That's what I'm basically trying to get into everybody's brains. Not only that, but I'm hoping it hits the coaching staff's brain. I know it's hitting the player's brain. Like, you're talking about all these mistakes that are being made and all this stuff, right? Well, often what happens with these football teams, you can look around the league, it's the same thing now, is the teams and the players will play and act just like their head coaches because that's the leader of their team, right? Yes, it is. Well, our coach is very, you know, passive aggressive. He's not, that normal football coach. That's not a bad thing.
So
But at the same point in time, it kind of gets in his way a little bit. Like, there's times where you got to be like, no, 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 they're not going to do this to us. We're going to just run it down their throat. And you got to like hold to your buckle your pants up, pull them up, buckle up your pants and get ready for a fight because you're going to have to dial in some plays that you're not used to doing. And that's
yeah,
what's going on right now. He's reverting back to his old tactics rather than knowing what he needs. He already knows this. He's been in the league forever. He's a football coach. He knows what he needs to run. He's just getting too damn cute.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes I agree on it. Let me do some housekeeping here. Newfoundland and Raphael Corkbright, big fins up to you if you just got in here. No, those big old thumbs up for me. Thank you so much. But no, you're right, Justin. You bring up good points. It's time to move forward. It's time, as you know, as a coach, time to put that ugly performance behind you and only focus. Your only worry right now should be the New York Jets. They should be sleeping, eating, thinking New York Jets. They can't worry about last week because then you're going to let one loss become two loss, like this team has done many times before in December, Justin. They just need to mentally squash that. It happened. It was ugly, but it's over. Let's focus and get our next prey this Sunday.
You started talking about it earlier in the show where you're like, let's get back to basics. Getting back to basics, you guys, was that game versus the Denver Broncos. I mean, that's basics. We ran out there. We had blocks on blocks, hats on hats. All I seen when we did a toss crack was Denver Broncos hit the floor. That's the
Yeah.
kind of stuff you need to do. You need to get out there and run the ball, impose your will. Like, if you run the ball and you're like, hey, Raheem's gaining all these yards, we're averaging great yards a carry. Then you bring in the change of paces, which is Achan. Achan's the speed back. Man, we could hit a home run on any given play with that guy. Same with
Yeah.
Raheem, really. But then here's the wild card. Bring in Chris Brooks. I know he's coming off of an injury, but then this is more of a chance for you to impose your will more. Line up I formation, Ingold, Brooks in the backfield. even bring in Chan, put him in the slot. That makes more people have to defend it spreads out the field like basketball. It opens up the court more. Now you have to defend more. And then once you do that and you start running consistently and you throw different backs back there, now the defense is like, damn, we can't stop them. That's when your vertical passing game to Waddle, to Hill, to whoever becomes deadly.
Yeah. No, it's true. And I know Joe Rose pointed out that he said like Tennessee was just basically giving up the run, and because they knew they're so afraid of the receivers and are passing it. And he says sometimes they didn't have big defensive linemen out front. They just have everyone dropping back. He goes, why don't you pound the football at that point? And
so you just answered the question right there for what everybody's at. It's Mike. It's the guy who's calling the plays. So they're giving you the whole field open and giving you a really good high percentage if you dial up a run play, but yet you're going to pass anyway. No, take what they're giving you. And then jump more off of that. Like, who the hell calls a damn fade pass to a 5'9" receiver in the back of the end zone on 3rd and goal? Mike McDaniel. Haven't you learned your lesson from this in Super Bowl history on the slant pass in the Super Bowl where the cornerback for the Patriots picked off the dude for the Seahawks? They had Marshawn Lynch. I'd have handed the ball off 4 times.
Yeah, no, hey, you are right. And let me do a little more housekeeping. Shake Money, and who else snuck into the room while I was letting you do? Oh, Canes, Dolphins, 89. Big fins up to you guys. Welcome to the room. We're talking about the Miami Dolphins, what they need to do to beat the New York Jets. The good thing is the Jets are weak against the run. If we know that, they know it because they're really good on all their other aspects of defense. They don't give up that many points. They're good against the pass, but they're not super strong against the run. So this is the week. If you're ever going to impose your will, like you like to say all the time, Justin, this is a week to start imposing that will against the Jets. That's kind of vulnerable against the run. Nope, Justin. He might have
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I just think it's like you're saying all the right things, and I'm sure they're thinking all the right things, and they know all these things we're knowing. They know more than us, but will they do it? No, they'll go out there and throw these dumb screen passes behind the sticks on 3rd downs when I want to throw the ball past the sticks.
The screen pass to Tyreek Hill, they need to get out. He's gotten killed a couple times on that play this year. He got hurt against the Panthers on that play, fumbled against the Chiefs on that play, and then got hurt the other night on that. I think let's not throw any more screens to Tyreek Hill.
I'm down to call that play, but it has to be called in the right situation, meaning when they're crowding the box and they're coming after your quarterback.
How many to Waddle?
That's when you sneak one in there.
It's hard to get that in there because you need every single block to be perfect if you try to get that to Tyreek Hill because everyone's eyeballs is on because all week in the game planning, all they hear is don't let 10 beat you. Don't let 10 beat you. Don't let 10 beat you. He's going to have extra eyes on him. So when you throw that, you're just all gunning on him and they got, all of them are ahead of.
Let me ask you a question then. How many backup linemen did you have in the game this last Sunday or Monday night?
It was bad. Man.
How many?
I had 3 of them in there.
But this is my point. You had three backup linemen in there, and you're calling a screen pass to Tyreek when you know as a coach that they don't have the timing down as crisp. They don't have their target points and everything they need to get to as crisp as all the starters do. The starters know where that's supposed to be because they got the timing down, because they got the cohesiveness, because they got the consistency together. None of the other guys do, though, and that throws off the damn timing of it. So call a screen pass right there and almost get our guy killed. Come on, bro. This is where you have to really just be like, you know what? I'm going to swallow my pride, and I'm just going to call a trap or a wham or something up the middle or in between the tackles.
No, I'm with you. Let's see. Newfield more or less pointed out what you just pointed out with 4 backup linemen. So, I know it's bad, man.
You just can't do that. You have to be smarter as a coach and be like, I'm going to gamble on my guys right here to win, and we're going to do it with backups. Sure, it works against crappy fronts and bad teams, but against these good teams, you just really need to line up and they know you're going to run, and you're like, go ahead, try to stop it. We want to see you stop it.
Yeah, no, you're right, man. We're right. And then if Tyreek is hurt, we don't really know his complete status. They say day to day. Yes, that's going to change our whole dynamic.
It's crazy, but I know we're a passing team. We already are because we air it out all the time. But if you can revert right here and just be like, okay, we're going to change philosophies, you would throw the whole NFL off again. They'd be like, what are they doing now? And how you
Yeah.
do that is by putting some of your receivers in as running backs. Waddle, Hill, hand them off the ball, toss crack it to them, put a bunch of guys out there to block on one side or the other. It's not going to hurt anything.
Yeah. No, hey, we will see, Justin. I think a lot of Dolphin fans were just have recent memory of bad collapses in December. And then that night, the other night, we thought we finally got over it because we got to that ninth win and we won that first game in December. Then last night, the ugly December came back. So I think a lot of it, people aren't looking this year's team that has different players, different mentality. But I think a lot of us just have the flashbacks like, oh boy, it's the same old Dolphins. And, that's
Yep.
what
And
stinks.
they're showing you the same old Dolphins by keep doing the same thing. So if that's not working, do something different. That's why you need to revert right here. Commit to the running game. Get these guys in here who can run block in between the tackles, who have a little bit of athletic ability you can work with to get them on the edge for some outside zone runs. Start calling plays for, like I'm saying, he's already doing it. He does those little pop passes and the reverses with the jet action off of it. Hell, we've been talking about this for a year and a half. Once we had Tyreek, I was like, imagine what they could do with their offense, and now they're doing it. They just need to go to the next level now. You need to keep
Yeah.
building off of it.
Nope, he does. I know. So Mozart, and this is from Master Charge. Mozart and Aking hit 150 yards against the Titans. We are a running team disguised as a high octane passing game. Wake up, McDaniel.
There you
So
go. Exactly. Exactly. If you commit to the run, and you're making, now you're really fooling everybody and showing them some smoke and mirrors because they're like, oh, well, they got Tyreek. They're a passing team. But when it really comes down to it and you get into these playoff games and you really need 4 or 5 yards, I'm not looking for Tyreek right here. Like I said, I'm going to the philosophy of anything 3rd and 4 or under, I'm dialing up a run. And I want Raheem to have the ball mostly, especially in these playoffs. I want to keep him fresh. So over these next 4 games, I need Brooks to get some carries. Chain, you're going to get a lot of looks. Jeff Wilson, man, I'd be feeding him till the wheels fell off.
yeah, no, you're right, man. It's just I'm gonna bring up our offensive rankings real quick for the whole NFL, and it's amazing
Go
because
look at them.
Miami.
When we run the football, we run it at a higher yard per clip almost than anybody in the league. But yet we need to pass and wing it around on 3rd down. No, run.
Because yes, we're number one total offense for yards per game and passing per game. But what people don't realize, we're number two in the whole NFL, averaging 144 yards a game rushing the football. But yet we're only 13th in rush attempts. So there's a
The
disparity there.
statistics
We're
just
that.
proved my point for me, bro. Listen to what
Yeah,
you just said. So we're the most high octane offense in the league, and we lead the league second in the league in rushing.
yeah,
Hello, just run more.
yeah. No, I know, and it's just weird because so that's why let's just do it, man. And then if they stop it, okay, at least you know what
Then they
against.
stopped it. Then you're still making them play it honestly. Then when it really comes down to it in the 3rd and 4th quarter, and you need Tua to take a shot, it's going to be more open.
Let's see. I'm trying to get some housekeeping cleaned here. But no, you're perfectly well said as always, Justin. Mr. Courtwright says last time I checked, the Dolphins had used 6 different O line combination with starters. If you know your QB has released the ball or 4 receivers, he sprayed D out. It's a wasted timeout. Yeah, we did waste a timeout.
That's a
And we
lot of
wasted a
from what
timeout
that's
in a challenge that I knew wasn't going to get overturned. But I understand. So we're down to that one timeout. But yeah, we had again.
that's mismanaging the clock from your coach, though, from again calling these plays when he knows the timing ain't going to work because of all the offensive line combination switches. That's a really good time just to line it up and run, dude. This is what I'm talking about. Like, who cares what you're going to get on it? You might snap one. You might snap one for like 20, maybe all the way with one of the guys we got. But
Yeah, I
damn it,
know
you
they
got to
can take it to
try.
the house. We got 2 guys that can take it to the house back there. So,
If
you
it was
know,
me,
I,
dude, I would keep doing what he's doing, but I would change it up a little by having like more of the running back by committee combination. I would find 10 to 12 carries for Jeff Wilson. I would find 15 touches for A Chain, and then the rest of them Mostert can have.
yeah, I know because Mozart had a lot of carries this last game. That's why I was surprised down in the red zone they decided not to until the end of the game. and it's just weird. But like I
Dude, it's
say,
so crazy. I was thinking about it the other day getting ready for work, and I was like, okay, let's think about this for a minute. Let's just be reasonable. Last year, we kind of were in the same place, and then we started to get hurt and had injuries. Remember? Like
yeah,
Mostert had a broken hand or thumb or whatever on his hand, and we lost him for the playoff game. We were minus all kinds of offensive linemen for the playoff game. But what were we really missing out of that playoff game? That was a 3-point game in Buffalo. That maybe if we would have had it, maybe it could have been different if he would have played up to par, if he would have been ready for it, if he would have taken that next step. So it's really the quarterback. And then that came
yeah,
back to me, and I'm like, well, we still got Tua. So as long as we can keep him upright and
right.
keep him playing,
Which we've
we
done
still
so
have a
far this
chance.
year. We've done it so far this year. He's stayed upright. So, but hey, the Dolphins have a lot of questions to answer this week, and I know it's one of those things. If we win, it's they only beat the Jets, and that doesn't mean anything. But no matter what, you got to win. This is a must-win.
You,
I normally
it's
say the only must-wins are elimination games, but this is basically the Dolphins better play this game like an elimination game because
man.
we're screwed.
You know what, Rob? It's so crazy, bro. Like, I know no one wants to talk about this issue, especially with our organization. But no matter what this kid does, they're just going to move the goalposts again. So if he goes and throws for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns and annihilates the Jets or the Cowboys or the Ravens or whoever, they're going to be like, but he did it against this crappy team. Oh, but he did it because Trayvon Diggs was hurt and he wasn't there for the season. So they're always going to have an excuse for why this dude isn't who he is. So
Right.
don't believe all the hype and crap that you hear. Believe what you see. Are we winning football games? Is he one of the best quarterbacks in the league by QBR? All these things. Does he make the right play every time? Hell no. No quarterback does, though. So
Yeah.
that comes from experience. That comes from time. Does he make all the plays out of the pocket when you put pressure on him and you make him go to his second, his third read, his drop off? No, but there are times where he does it against the Ravens where he makes the dude look foolish on the blitz rush. He lost his footing the other day trying to make a play when we need it, and that's just the kind of shit that happens. This is football.
Yeah. No, I know it does. It does. I know, Ralphio, that you are right, Mr. Courtwright. That was the one. That's the one drive that really drove me crazy. Tua throws a beautiful pass to Tyreek Hill to get down to in a goal-to-goal situation, and they never run it
Once
one
again,
time.
though, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but once again, everyone's pissed because of that drive. You don't think it made me mad? Why are you even throwing in the first place? What the hell? You're in the red zone. Run. If I was
Yeah,
over
no,
there
I
and part
know.
of their
The
coaching staff,
Dolphins
trust me,
defense
you
allows
would hear what I have to say.
Dolphins defense allows 40 third down conversion and 38 again. Yes, I was just gonna say that our third down defense is one of the things I was gonna bring up.
Yeah, he
Third
might
down
not have slipped on
defense.
that play when it was like that, dude. If you would have just called a running play to Raheem and Raheem scored his 17th touchdown of the season or whatever,
Yeah.
just call a damn run play.
The third down defense. Sorry, I'm on offense. Let's see where we rank in third down defense. Let me go down there.
It's so funny
Scoring.
how it all keeps reverting back to the play calling, but it really does. He's the one in charge. He's the one who has the keys to the truck, to the tank. That's like a war Lamborghini that can move like the Batmobile, right? Yeah, he
Yeah.
does. He's dialing it up. So when you look for a problem with what's going on, you look there.
Yeah. G-Man, overall, and it's a shame, G-Man, because overall the defense played well against Tennessee. Then they, whatever, some people lose more colorful language. I'm going to keep it PG-13. They crapped the bed on the last 2 drives of the game. If you're a championship caliber defense, you don't give up 2 touchdowns there. Yes, the offense should have been able to muster up a couple first downs to kill the clock. They couldn't. But on that first drive that they got the first touchdown on in the final few minutes of the game where they end up getting the 2-point conversion, you're going to let them catch stuff and then get out of bounds and not have to burn a timeout. I mean, that's just bad football. I mean,
That's
I'm sorry.
because you had backup guys in there too on the defensive end, and
No, no, you're right.
all the
You're right. And
communication
no
wasn't
Javon
as crisp
Holland
as they
and stuff
needed.
like that.
So that's what you're going to get. But then again, let me come right back to where I'm starting with this. It's complementary football. If you don't fumble a snap on the end zone down in there in the red zone and 2 don't come out quick and miss the ball, which he's done so many times and it's pissing me off. I hate that. I don't do that. And you don't piss it away over there and trip on yourself over there on the other play and you called run plays and we scored, we wouldn't even be talking about this right now.
No, I know. No, you're for sure. guys, if I'm not seeing your comments, I'm not ignoring them. It's just listening to Justin.
Not
And
only
looking
that, but dude, if your special teams coach would have some damn heart and get his line out there on field goal and be like, listen, if you guys don't block the dude in front of you, I'm going to kill you myself when you come off the sideline, because
no,
that
that's
field
it. I
goal
mean, it's
block is
little things
crucial.
like that. It's just this was a complete team loss. I want to get over it. I keep on saying we got to
It
get over
is,
it.
though. It is.
I
And
know.
that's why every one of them needs to look themselves in the mirror and be like, dog, do we really want to do this, or are we going to be frauds? You know what I'm saying? Don't be frauds.
This
Go
is
out there and be gods.
Sunday is going to be a very good test, because if we just go out there and barely beat the Jets, yes, it's a W. Yes, it's a W. But you better go out there and just smoke the Jets. I mean, just really pound them. I'm not talking about on the scoreboard necessarily, but just go pound them into submission, beat them on the scoreboard, of course, and show me that you're way better than them. Not just have
See,
a
you said
hair
the key words
scratching.
right there, buddy. You said
What's
pound them
that?
into submission. You said the key words right there.
Yeah,
Pound them into submission. See, this is a philosophy. This is
yeah,
this is all a mindset, a coaching philosophy. This flash and dash. Like I heard them say, the announcers say, well, when they get their ball in their hands, they catch it and then they dash. Well, give the ball to their hands without having to throw it to them and let them dash. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like all I'm basically calling for is to run the ball and Mike McDaniel get out of his own damn way. If you can do that, you probably win a lot of football games and you'll be unstoppable, but you have to have that running game.
No, you're for sure. Hey, I just got a thumbs up on Facebook. Thank you guys. I'm trying to grow that Facebook audience. Please, guys, on Facebook, if you are listening, because it doesn't show up here, have a comment. I would love to see a Facebook comment flow into the chat. And new yes, that's what I would think, Newfoundland. That's what the players only meaning. They know. I hope they said, listen, celebrations are fun, but let's cut that crap. Let's focus on football and let's go out there. Does the celebrations stop you from winning? No. But at least it's not having that in your mind, like, oh, we have to practice and do some premeditated touchdown. Just go up there, spike the damn ball, get off the field, and be ready for the next drive, instead of bringing all the team together to do fancy little
Do you think
celebrations.
if you're a football player on any football team and you asked all of them, well, how do you want to win? No, they don't ask them how they want to win. If as long as they're winning, no one's griping or complaining unless you're
Right,
Jay Ajayi. But
right.
you need to understand that, like, if we go out there and run a game and you have 60% runs over the 40% passes, but you dominate the Cowboys, is anybody going to complain about that? Because
No,
if
of
you are,
course
I'm going to
not, man.
slap the hell out of you. Like
Nope.
anybody doing that. Like, do you think Tyreek's going to complain if they're winning championships and they're winning games because they're running the ball because you can't stop the run or their pass? No.
Yeah. Let's see. Cap for life. I ask you this, bro. How do we help the old line issue? Do we put Tua in the RPO, roll out more? That's a possibility. Yes, that is a definitely a possibility. And also
Mm,
though, because they're not so
mm.
bad, they still were run blocking well. Run the ball more, and then yes, the RPO. I let Justin speak of it. I mean, he's a
I would
defensive
call
coach.
some more RPO, but honestly, Cap, I would actually do more traditional. Ingold line up Raheem in the back and hand it off, whether it's an inside zone trap or wham, anything inside, or outside wham, outside zone toss crack, whatever. I don't care. I would just hand the ball off, and I would use different running backs too. I would find carries for Wilson, like I said. I would find 10 for him. I would find 12 for a chain, and then the rest of them Raheem could have. I would try to limit Raheem's carries here going forward until we get into the playoffs, because once you get into the playoffs, I want to see more of those angry runs mixed with his speed. He has that great power and speed combination. We could really do some damage.
Look, I got another. I got a buddy of Michael K came in from the Facebook. Here is your comment. Dolphins thirsty. Dolphins suck. I still appreciate it. Thank you, Brian. I love that you gave me some attention over on Facebook. A big fins up to you guys. I give you a kudos and thank you there, sir. So he agreed with you, Justin G. I mean, Cap for life did.
Right? It's great. Well, the Bills still have an empty trophy case, so you got that one up on him. Don't worry about that. But
Yeah.
man, we just need to concentrate. Like, I hope they did have a players only meeting and people really spoke how they feel about it. Like, remember like months ago, that Kendall Lamb interview where we was talking about, well, when you get into these December and January games and the weather gets bad, we're going to want to grind the ball down and run the ball and show consistency to run it down their necks. That's
Yeah.
coming out of your O lineman. What do you think he
Oh,
wants to do?
what do you think about 12 personnel that Cap brings up?
Oh yeah, yeah. See, there you go. And we're running a lot of 21 personnel is what we're running. And I would love to run 12 personnel. You're talking about one back, two tight ends. I'm sure that's what he's bringing up.
Yeah.
I would definitely do that. And what I would do is I'd have you, and what they're doing is they're kind of getting away with a lot of it being Ingold and Smythe, because he's either a fullback or a tight end. But yes, I would like to see more 12 personnel, and the other, Julian Hill is perfect with Smythe. So you bring some of that more combination, bring in some double swing gates. Oh man, you could do this thing. You just got to commit to it. You can't shy away from it, especially when it's working. It's crazy. It's asinine. You're averaging 7 yards a carry, and all of a sudden you're like, no, let's just throw it around a little bit. Here, Tyreek, have some shine. No, bro, we're gonna win.
Yep. No. He. Let's see. Let's see what we have. No take. Yeah, we don't have any bona fide, but Smite. Some of these guys can get the job done. Yeah, we don't have that stud tied in. That's for sure. But that's what.
I think you got tight ends enough to make it work, though. I mean, Smythe is one of the better blocking tight ends in the NFL.
Yeah, no, he
If
is.
you're going to use two tight ends, hell, Julian Hill's been rocking dudes.
Yeah,
He's
Julian
good.
Hill's
He's
been there and
young.
he's good at blocking. Yeah, so you could.
Not only that,
So,
but that Tanner Connor kid is coming along. I'm telling you, I've seen him used in sets where he's exactly what I told you he is, which is a Kyle Juszczyk 2.0. He's faster than him. He's stronger than him. So he just doesn't have the NFL experience as a Juszczyk. See, the experience means a lot. Like, exactly where you need to be on every damn play. Like River Craycraft. That dude is never in the wrong place, dude. He's always where he needs to be. He's always making his block. Come on.
yeah. What I don't know. Do you think tight ends, that much of a priority, or is it they just more worried about the blocking tight end moving forward for this Dolphins team? Because does it seem like we incorporate them in the receiving game? I understand for the 12 personnel, you want them there blocking and setting up the running game and doing all that fun stuff, but you do want some guy that can be somewhat of a threat.
Well, they're trying to incorporate that. I seen Julian, and there's only a couple passes. Don't get me wrong. It's not like they're featuring him or anything, but they're trying to use somebody who can be in the seam like that. And I know who it wants to be. They want it to be Julian Hill. It's crazy. I wish they would use Claypool a little bit more down in there, but I guess they just don't trust him yet. So, and that's a matter of a lot of these things it's a matter of trust from the coaching staff being like, nah, I can't trust him to do that right there. He's going to make a mistake. It's a matter of knowing the playbook and knowing where you have to be on every damn snap.
Yeah.
I think they more are going to use the tight ends though. They're there to block, bro.
No, they're definitely more there for block. But that old beat writer used to always say for the Miami Dolphins, his name was or I don't know what's happened to him, but he's still alive. I'm not talking about him in past tense, but Armando Salguero, he's no longer with the Miami Herald. But he used to always say, "Who catches touchdowns in the red zone?" Always referring that you need a tight end, and that's why I think sometimes the Dolphins do get a little trouble in there because we always try to throw a fade to Tyreek Hill and something. We need a big body guy. That's why I still can't believe why bother him picking up Claypool. Did you not know he's not going to pick up?
I'll be honest. I disagree. I really do. Like, I know that's how it used to be done. Tony Gonzalez, Antonio Gates, all these guys, even to this day, Kyle Pitts, guys like that who can make those 50-50 jump ball catches, and that's great. But the more high percentage plays is just line it up.
I know what you're going to say. Run the ball. But I'm saying if you are going to throw, it'd be nice to have a big body.
Don't hesitate.
Guy.
No, we have them. You're not using them like that because it's the philosophy is not. We're not a jump ball team like that. We don't do that no more.
Hey, Irving, big fins up to you. Can't believe we got a couple Buffalo Bills fans in here today. But
if you honestly think about this red zone conversation we're having right now, this is a crucial part of why we're winning or losing games. We're the best red zone offense in the NFL. Yeah, till it really counts, and you have to call up a run, and you're dialing a fade pass from the 4-yard line on 3rd and goal to a 5'9" receiver. Dude, no, just run. The percentage of you completing that pass is so low rather than if you dialed up a run. It's probably like 50% or 40% to like your 16 or whatever it would be.
No, hey, and whatever it would be, guys, nail those thumbs up. You guys rock, by the way. You guys rock. Nail that thumbs up to us. Justin, it's almost over. Are you out there working today?
Man, we had a snowstorm dumping here. I was gonna send you a picture the other day. It's nuts. No, I'm not driving in this crap. I'm getting ready to go shovel my driveway, put on some Dolphins gear.
Hey, that's it. Be safe, man. I know you're gonna have to work though during the winter to pay those bills like you always do, man. You're the hustler of the year. But yeah, if today's a good day to avoid the roads if you can. So
Oh yeah,
mm,
I got after it earlier in the week and been averaging some good days, so I can miss this one.
yeah, that's good, man. Joe, good, man. And like I said, guys, I'm rocking AJ Dewey. He can get you those ones, good jerseys and stuff. So hook him up on Twitter. He's JPF Scout.
Yeah,
And guys,
absolutely.
if you are going to buy, any of you Buffalo Bill fans, if you're going to buy something, hit my link if you want something on Fanatics that's quick and easy to get, safe site. But if you hit the link in my description and my website, it helps the channel a little bit, little bit. But hey, every penny helps, and it's appreciated. And also, if you ever drink coffee, try out blackoutcoffee.com and use the discount code thirsty. There's also a link in my profile. Um, Justin, so what's your key? So I know your key is going to be pound the ball against the Jets, but what else would you like to see? Would you like to? What do you want to see this week to show that this team learned from that hard lesson they just suffered on Monday night?
Come ready to play the football game. Come ready to play the game, no matter how they're going to try to make it to you, just like the Titans did last week to us and muddied up the waters and want to make things difficult for you, like a Mike Vrabel game always is. Be ready to play it. Like, it's crazy. And I know fans want things we can't have, but I want it too. You know, I want to be a multi-dimensional team. If they want to play bully ball, I want us to be able to oblige and play bully ball and pound it against you. Oh, you want to get into a
We're
shootout with us?
capable
Cool,
of
we
it.
could
It's the
do that.
bad. The whole thing about it, we're capable of it. We just don't do it enough,
They
but we're
are.
capable.
That's the whole reason why I want that, and that's why I'm like sitting here and I'm gonna like talk it into existence. Is they need to focus on being more physical. If they can focus on being more physical at the point of attack and run the football physical, I'm telling you, sky's the limit, man. You could put Tyreek back there and he's gonna gain 5 yards. You could put
Yeah,
anyone back there. It doesn't matter. It's not about who's running the ball. Well, it is kind of, but more or less about the blocking up front. If you can get it all blocked right and show
yeah.
more heart, you can get it done.
Yeah. Hey, Jordan, I didn't see you sneak into the room today, Jordan. Cinderella clock hits midnight. Our midnight has come, December. We'll see. We have a chance to rewrite that history, Jordan. But it's up to this team to rewrite that history. I know as Dolphin fans, Justin can account for it. All of us can. We feel that pain of our team always fading away in December. But this is the year they have to just rewrite history, get that narrative out of people's mouths, and go take action. They still got the AFC in their grasp if they want it. They're still in control of that. So just go out there, take care of business, let the chips fall where they may, but at least go out fighting Dolphins. That's what I say. Just go down, changing things up, doing what you still do best, but changing it up somewhat a little more towards the run because it's going to open up the pass that you love.
I agree,
So like,
man. Like,
eh,
think about how it
Falcon,
makes us feel as fans when we're like, oh, same old December. This is where the wheels come off and the air comes out. We is what we think, right? Well,
yeah.
think about how the players feel. They know the same thing we're talking about. They know that. They know
No,
that as
they know the
players.
narrative. Believe me, they know the narrative.
It's up to them
And
to go out there and change that narrative, though, and it's also upon the coaching staff. This is the most greatest important thing I'm going to talk about next, which I already have been the whole time. It's on
yeah,
Mike McDaniel. This is
yeah,
on the coaching staff. You have to change up what you're doing a little bit to become more successful. Am I saying go away from what you're doing? No,
yeah,
kind of, but not in sense. I'm saying build
right,
off of that, be more
yeah.
strength, and then the other part of your game becomes even that much more potent. He's a
Oh, I
smart, he's a smart coach. He's a smart guy. He's gonna figure that out. He's got to figure that out. That he's got to know that about himself. Like, hey, I should have called a different play there.
yeah,
During all these meetings you're seeing on all this hard knocks and everything. If I was a coach, I'd be like, yo, I messed that up. That's on me right there. I shouldn't have called that play right there. I got
yeah,
greedy. I got too cute. It won't happen again.
yeah. Hey, Shake Money, I hope you're right. He says Fins up. Fins will win on Sunday. So I hope you're right. I'll be there, Shake Money. I don't know if you're going to be there or not, but I will be at the stadium. So it's always good to see you guys out there when we will have that way. But G-Man has one question for you before we drop out, because it is that time of day to say goodbye. But Justin, please respond. How can they be more physical? They are already dropping like flies. They are soft. That's the bottom line. So I'll let you have the last word on that take.
Because it's a war of attrition. It's a war of numbers. Throw more at them, bro. Like I already just said. Find the carries for a chain. Find the carries for Wilson. They become more physical by going to the 12 formations like Cap just mentioned. You go to the 12 back, the two tight end formations, and you just start becoming more physical. You bring more of the tight ends in motion. Use those guys as the sniffers. Have them come up there for the physical blocks. Do you remember probably like 4 or 5 months ago, we were using Chris Brooks before he got hurt in those motion situations, bringing him for his physicality and run blocking into those situations. That's how you become more physical. That's how you beat them at the point of attack. And that's how I'm going to answer your question.
All right. Hey, I would take that. Guys, as always, it's wonderful to have you in here in the Dolphin Thirsty Show. It's a lot of fun. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already. All things Dolphins all the time here on this channel. Shake Money, you can find him on the Fins tailgate. He's always bringing his A game as well. You guys rock. Justin, I would have sent you the link if I knew, because I just know you've been busy, so I don't try to bug you with your time. But always hit me up on a text when you say you can roll, and we do what we always do.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
Here. Like, it's a lot more fun.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's fun talking ball with you guys.
Yeah.
So anytime, man, I can come on. I will. All right. Got lucky with a snow day here.
Yeah. Hey, a snow day is a good thing, man. Remember, Bart Simpson one time prayed for a snow day, and he got it. You got a snow day, so you got your day off from work. So it's all good, guys. As always, you guys rock. Life is great. You guys are great. And hopefully the Dolphins get back to trying to be great. That's what we need. Enough of good to mediocre. I want greatness for our Miami Dolphins. I expect no less. Fins up. Justin, once again, thank you.
Always, man. Don't be slobs on Sunday. Be gods. Don't be slobs.
There you go. Love it.
Gods.
Perfect way.
Dolphins thirsty, they never show no mercy. On the field or in the game, Miami knows how to play. Dolphins thirsty, we all get down and dirty. Tell you what you wanna know, it's the Dolphins Show. Quench your thirst for all things Miami Dolphins. They are the football kings, cause they play to win. Come on in and have some fun, whether we have lost or we have won. For all things Miami, it's Dolphins Thursday.